Hello
Hi there,
there.
bestie for the resty and
And
the
wifey
wifey
for
for all
all
the
the
wifeys.
wifeys.
Welcome
So,
back, guys.
yeah. Today, as you said, one of the last episodes, it's going to get personal. It's always pretty personal.
Yeah.
But this is about as personal gets with
Mhm.
us. Because today,
We're gonna go there.
on our love story and
Yeah.
how we met and all the things and
Yeah,
stuff.
and really with a focus on not just falling in love, but landing in love and what that looks like because we all deserve that.
I love
And
that.
I'm so grateful to have found that with you. It took me 28, almost 29 years, and it took you a bit longer.
Yeah, around 39. And if y'all don't believe in like women manifesting, let me tell you that I remember saying it would be like really cool if I could meet my person before I turned 40. And yeah, it was about 3, 4 weeks before that
Yeah,
happened
shy of
that I
that.
met you. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember taking a trip to Orlando when I was 27. That would have been, I don't know, I can't do the math,
Like
but
23, 2020, 2022,
2022,
2023.
yeah,
Yeah.
about there. And on my trip, I came to the realization that, like, I don't think my person is from my country. Like, I just don't seem to get that fit that I need. And yeah, then you fit
Felt.
perfectly.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, it's been a journey. It was a journey to get there. And obviously, with the age difference, with everything else, it was exactly perfect divine timing.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of the things, because it's, the month of love and Valentine's and all of that. And just to say, if you're not in a relationship, that doesn't mean anything is wrong. The biggest thing is like dating yourself and loving yourself
Yeah.
and treating yourself the way that you know that you deserve to be treated. That really is what ends up attracting you to your perfect match.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like um besides the safety elements, especially being from Trinidad and Tobago, like however, I found ways to like date myself. I did that. Like whenever I did feel comfortable going to the movies by myself, I did that. Like whatever makes you happy and shows you how you want to be treated in a relationship. Like that same year when I went to Orlando and I came back um home and it was my birthday, I bought myself flowers. Like no one ever bought me flowers before. So it was like I was doing all the things to make me
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah. I love that so much. And now we literally have beautiful, your favorite color of flowers that we grow. So, like, that's
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And it's like it's so amazing that when you are with the right person, how things can flourish. And yeah, I mean, we briefly talked about the time that we met. Like it's also crazy this the entire storyline. Like you've been coming to Tobago for quite some time
Yeah.
and connected with specific people
Who
who
then connected me
to
to
other
other people
people.
who eventually connected me to you.
Yeah.
And those people that connected us are not even in our lives anymore,
Yeah.
which honestly just shows how much it was meant to be in the exact timing and everything that it was.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah,
So
what do
it's
you
like
remember from that day?
I remember that this person who's no longer in our lives said that they think we would hit it off really well. And I was just like, oh, yeah, cool. Like a cool friend, this tourist person. Okay, yeah. Cool.
This
Cool
foreigner.
vibes. Excited. Excited to, I wouldn't even say excited. I just like, okay, cool. Looking
Yeah.
forward to like,
Yeah,
you know,
literally zero
no, yeah, no
expectations.
expectations.
Yeah.
And then I was in my middle split era where like I was really determined to get a middle split for the first time and I had it like in a pancake stretch, but I didn't have it like sitting up like this in my middle split. And that day, two other friends who are no longer friends, we decided to like work out together at their house. And after I was like, oh, I'm like pretty warm. Let me like aim for my splits. And in the middle of getting my splits with my face to the wall, Ange walks into the room, just my butt and my legs, just like whoop.
Yeah, I didn't mind the view at all. It was pretty funny because again, yeah, on my end of it, I had been on the most recent trip for a week. But I also have to say I had gotten out of a very toxic narcissistic relationship about 3 to 4 weeks before that and was like, nope, done skis, like, definitely not looking, definitely just gonna enjoy this trip.
Yeah, and then she was like, oh, what is your birthday? April 3rd.
And I said, "Oh, you share a birthday with my ex."
Yeah, and I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. And what I also really remember, and if you haven't seen it yet, go back and watch the last episode. That shirt that I was wearing, I'm
Mm-hmm.
very proud of that shirt.
Yeah.
The shirt that I was wearing, I had bought that shirt obviously before the trip, had never worn it, so I was wearing it for the first time.
And I didn't know that.
Yeah, and you didn't know that, and you said, "Cool shirt,"
Sure.
and I was like, "Ah, she likes my shirt."
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it was really cool. When I heard the year you were born in my head too, I was already like, oh, okay, like my sister's age, cool. I get along with people in their
I was
40s.
like, "Watch it if she's gonna say older." Hey, at that point, I wasn't in my 40s. I
I
have to keep
know.
holding on to that.
Okay,
I was
okay.
not in my 40s. So far from it. I was 39.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then yeah, just like from there, I mean, it's not even that we hung out a
We did not
lot.
hang out
We
a
didn't
lot
lime. We didn't lime
at
too much.
all because I think the next time that we could have, I
Hmm.
was going through my own dealing with my own trauma that
Yeah.
like I just didn't want to face previously before. And like they invited me to to come lime, and I was like, yeah, nah, I am in my depresso espresso. I just gonna wallow at home.
But I also remember I remember that I had an audition and
Oh
messaging
yeah.
you, and you let me borrow your shirt for the
Yeah.
audition because it was like exactly perfectly what I needed.
Mhm.
And yeah, I just remember like that little kind of bit. I do remember on that line that you weren't there. I was kind of just like, oh, that's too bad. I hope like, she's good. But we didn't even really know
Yeah.
each other at that point,
Yeah, she didn't
so
know me, but she sensed that it was like not like I was like sick or anything, that it was
yeah.
something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very intuitive, this one.
I do definitely remember that. And then, I mean, what definitely sticks out is the bonfire that we went
Yes, we
to.
went to a bonfire in Castara. And again, it's like all of these friends that are no longer in our lives. Very grateful for when they were friends, and it felt equally yoked in that way. And very grateful that one of them was able to capture the literal moment sparks
Sparks
flew,
flew. Yeah.
because we were on the beach
Yep.
at night, Tuesday, Castara bonfires in Tobago, just so you know,
Yeah.
every Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
It's magical.
It is very magical.
And yeah, like we just talked for so long. Like everyone else in the group, it was a big group that day, just
Hmm.
kind of like split up and like went their own way, and it was just the two of us talking for like what felt like 2 hours.
Yeah. And
And
on
the more
every
we spoke,
subject,
it
yeah.
it was like eerily scarily like crazy how much similarities we shared, from ideologies
Hmm.
to lived experience with like narcissistic
Hmm.
relationships, and like how we envision making the world a better place, to like me, I think Dan realizing that you were gay.
Yeah, I think neither one of us was
Like,
fully sure. Oh, that's the funny part too. So the person that we were friends with that we no longer are that did the introduction, I don't think knew about either one of us fully because we had never really discussed that. And the exact words that were used were "you're going to love Amy." So I
mm,
just think like that's pretty interesting choice of words. And
yeah.
I hate to say the person's right, but you're right there. um but yeah, I mean, on that day it was definitely, I remember at one point all of us being together. I remember like talking about like snacks and like random things, and then we did kind of go off on our own, and we were just like it, like everyone kind of disappeared off. Um, and it did. It felt like it was that was set up for us, and then when that spark flew, and kind of like pulled you over, and then that moment was caught. It was
Yeah.
just like really, really
And
cool
like
to see
we
that.
literally just like talked, and while we were speaking, I was just like, wait, what's going on here? Am I like catching feelings? I was like, I can't catch feelings.
She's like living, and that doesn't even make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, I definitely am feeling something, but then it's like, is she feeling something too, or is she
and
just
she
being
and she
nice?
was feeling something so much so that she orchestrated leaving together in the same car because we did not arrive together.
I
I
didn't
actually
orchestrate that.
No, I did. I'm
Yeah,
saying
okay,
she,
okay.
referring to
Yeah,
myself.
I
But
was
yeah, 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 no, no, not you,
not
not
me.
you. I take full responsibility
Yes.
for this one. I definitely was like, I just want to be near this person. She's so cute, and like, just yeah, could I felt the instant safety with you, but excitement, but like, what, why, familiarity, like the whole
Yeah.
thing. And yeah, I just knew that I wanted to know you more. I wanted to spend more time. I think at this point, I would have had maybe a week left. I don't even know where I was into my trip, trying to figure that
Mhm.
kind of whole thing out too. Because the full trip was a month. I met you, I had 3 weeks left. You kind of, again, were going through it. And shortly after that, well, no, let's not skip to the good stuff, right? So then what happened when we left Castara, the beach that day?
Yeah, it was like we got all the. It's like the if you're not accustomed with LGBT culture, then you're not accustomed to like lesbian culture, but they're accustomed calling lesbians like they have this U-Haul culture. So like U-Haul in the States, where like you have the big trucks where you could move all your stuff in. And it's like you move all your stuff in and you live together like after one date. So it's like your trip was so like divinely guided that like we fit so much in
Hmm.
without, and then there was so much space to breathe after you left.
Yeah.
So like we went from from like realizing we liked each other, and then a week later you left. It was crazy. So it like in that time of getting to know each other more and like falling in love
Yeah.
in the back seat of the car. We like, like I'm sure you would have done it first, like
Yeah.
have my hand, and then
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
rubby rub of the hand, and then you know how it goes,
Yeah,
guys.
I
You
feel
know how
like,
it
yeah.
goes.
And I will say, like, I'm not one to make a first move, abandonment, rejection issues, whatever you want to call it. But I was just like, oh my God, no, like I have to. And I am so glad that I did.
I'm
Um,
so glad you did too.
yeah. And then really funny, we spent more time obviously together, had some adventures, but so cute. I remember you inviting me on our first date,
Yeah.
and that date happened to fall on April Fools.
Yeah.
So I just thought that that was perfect.
Mhm.
That felt like so us.
Yeah.
I trusted it. I wasn't nervous that you were gonna like
Oh
stand
my
me up or
god.
anything. But yeah, and just like how significant the month of April is to both of us, with obviously that happening, with our first date, your birthday,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
which
had
you
a
were
date.
away for.
Yeah,
Yep.
we had our date on April 1st. But we skipped a part. We at the bonfire. I was like so terrified of asking her for her number because she's talking about an event, like a dance party event thing. And I was like, okay, cool, that sounds fun. Something that the group could all do. And then she was showing me the flyer for it, and like because I didn't want to ask for her number or like her Instagram or anything, I was like, I didn't want to ask you to send it to me. So like I to this day I swear I still have the picture on my phone. I was like, oh, can you show it to me? And I took my phone and I took a picture of
I
the
don't even
picture
think
on
I
the
knew
phone.
this. Oh my god.
Yes, you were right there. And I was like, what? In the process of me doing it, I was like, oh my god, this is so cringe. But I couldn't stop myself. But anyway, our
Oh,
date was really cute.
it
I
was
think the waiters were a little bit annoyed with us, but I couldn't see because of how I was facing.
yeah.
You saw more of it.
Yeah, it's okay though.
Yeah.
Like we are in love and we
Yeah.
just were showing that like right from the start and have always just been us how we are all the time, right? Like I can't not be smiling when I'm next to you. So if that makes people like weirded out or whatever, too bad.
Yeah, so that was our date on April 1st. I flew out to Trinidad on the
Hmm.
2nd. Had my
Celebrated your
birthday
birthday?
dinner on the 3rd. Flew back, I'm sure, on the 4th, which was the same day you left. No,
No,
oh my
no. The
god,
fourth is
no.
like the
The
big day.
4th is a
Let me
big
tell you,
day.
while Amy was out having her birthday, I was a like mistress in a circus. So we'll just drop that there. That's just like what happened while she was away. And then yeah, you actually, I believe, changed your flight to come back earlier, or you were at least talking about that. I think jumping on an earlier flight
Oh
on
yeah.
the 4th.
Right. I think that's what happened. Like I was like, yeah, I'll just go to the airport earlier and get like a quicker, earlier flight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and like I gave you the clothes for your mistress
that's
circus
right.
thing.
Yes.
I love sharing clothes, and it fit her so much better than it
Oh
fit
my
me,
goodness.
anyways.
Ah, yeah.
Mhm.
So then the 4th was quite the day. Um, take it away?
The fourth, I remember us in the water on the beach, and like not really 100% certain, like realizing we're gonna have to have the talk, as in,
I
is
was
this
leaving the
just,
next day.
yeah,
Yeah.
is this just a fling? Is this like for real? Because it's like it feels for real for me, and you were like, it feels for real for me too.
Yeah.
And then we decided there and then that we were committed.
Yeah, but we went to Turtle Beach
Yeah, the night we went to Turtle
in the
Beach,
night. And
searching
as
for
we got
turtles.
onto the sand, yes, we were there because that was definitely on my bucket list, which we've now done and seen together, which is
Hmm.
awesome. Not on that day, but that day will forever be magical for us because as we
Yeah.
walked onto the beach, you asked me to be your girlfriend. And he was like, oh my God, duh, of course.
Yeah.
And then, just so happened to keep walking and seeing a few things that was like interesting, seeing like chairs laid out in a row, and then seeing, I forget what they call that kind of
Yeah,
thing
it
that you
was
get
like a
married under.
wooden structure with four beams, just like how a table is. And then to the top it was just more of like those beams just going across, like a bare frame structure. Um yeah, like where somebody got married under, I think it was literally a soca artist named, I don't know. I think his song is like Sail Away. I'm like so patriotic with my soca. Sorry guys.
But there
Um
was music playing
yeah,
also, like
it's choppy or something, maybe. Yeah, if you were married on like April 3rd or something, and like we
April
used
4th.
to, no, like,
Oh, you think it was the day before?
it could have
Yeah,
been
it could have
it could have
been.
been the
Yeah.
same day though, because we were there in the night, so maybe it
Yeah.
was April 4th.
Yeah. So yeah, if
Yeah,
you were married between April 3rd and April
we were
4th
spiritually
of
married.
2024,
Yes.
yeah, we were
Yeah,
married there too.
thanks for the props for
Thank you
our
for
wedding.
everything, setting everything up. Again, that person that had introduced us actually did kind of like in a joking way was like, "Let me get a picture. Looks like y'all are married." And again, bringing it back to the U-Haul, right? We just do things really fast,
Yeah.
and so it ended up really feeling like we were spiritually married that day. Like there were words said, there were heads tapped, there was something going
That was
on.
very
It
ceremonial.
was very ceremonial. We're not going to take it any kind of way that, again, person not in our life, doesn't matter, was
It was
there
very special.
for
Yeah.
us to connect and meet. It was very, very special. And then I got on a plane the next day.
Yeah. And while you were like walking through security, I just wanted to scream to at the top of my lungs, I love this
Ah. Which you've
woman.
done a lot of times, and I
Yeah,
love
I
it.
have done
Yeah.
since, yeah.
So yeah, so that's April. And we began our long distance love story. And again, I think everything. I'm grateful for everything the way that it happened, that we didn't kind of do the like, okay, we had our first date and I'm moving in kind of thing. We were able to really get to know each other on
Yeah.
such a deep level, such an organic, like just free flowing, obviously chatting all day, video chats, all of that. And then you came and met me in Toronto. I drove 9 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and then got you,
Non-stop.
yeah, and then got to pick you up from the airport. I was so excited to see you,
Hmm.
and have you meet my friends, which are my family in Canada, and we just had such a great time. Like
Yeah.
everything we do, we just have such a great time. Like there were so many memories from that trip.
Yeah. And like the quality of friendships that you have in your life, and I personally love that I knew that my person was not from here. No offense to the people from here, but I'm just saying generally. It could just be the people in your life
Mm-hmm.
that you have chosen, and again, you're now in your 40s, you've had more time to like filter people out and everything,
Yeah,
but it's like I get teary-eyed when like I think about the people that you've introduced me to, because I feel their
yeah,
love
yeah. They the
so
real
much.
ones. They
Yeah.
the real ones, and love them so much. And yeah, it was so meaningful to spend that time. All the cool things we did, going to AGO,
Uh-huh.
going to Niagara Falls, like
Yeah.
so many cool things. And then it's like, what's the ultimate way of spending so much time together was our drive.
Yeah.
Our drive back together. It's like I drove there on my own, and then I got to have you by my side for like the ultimate road trip, for you to then see, that's where I had spent so much time, but then to see where I actually grew up and be able to
Yeah.
show you that too.
And it was really nice because she got to experience some of my culture too
Yeah,
in
going to
Canada,
Caravana.
because yep, Caravana was so much fun, and I love that Kristen is like one with the Caribbean culture.
Yeah,
Yeah, shout out to
absolutely.
you,
Shout out
Kristen.
Kristen, Favra, Ashley, so many people that you met on that
So
trip
many
that are,
people.
yeah,
Shout out to
definitely,
all of you.
definitely in my heart
Mark.
always. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was really nice. And then, yeah, I mean, after that, so that was, we spent a few days there, close to a week, and then 3 weeks in Massachusetts, which was
Yeah.
obviously your first time there too. So
Yeah.
getting to see kind of how I am, like, around family, around friends, being able to show you a lot of places that had to do with my growing up, because I moved to Canada right after high school. So you're able to see, people that I met in my like late teen 20s, that kind of whole part of life, and then go to, where I was actually born and raised. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was such a mind-opening experience. Like I'm really glad for that time, because I got to not just experience that, but like I got to meet Chance and I got to meet Lola,
Yeah. I'm
and
so
that
glad
was,
that we had
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. Meeting Lola was definitely very special, because I literally told her when I was leaving that your mom's gonna be okay. I got her,
Yeah. Mm,
and she got me.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, the story of Lola is so much tied into that. It's like Lola was actually given to me by my first love, and Lola left once I had my forever love. And yeah, it's yeah, she's with us all the time, and I feel I feel like the moments that we had with her dancing in the kitchen and all that kind of stuff is like so sweet. Oh,
Yeah.
my baby.
Yeah, the
uh,
tears been welling, welling
yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, I had a good cry yesterday, so I think it's your turn today. Um, but yeah, having that and then getting to be a couple of witches in
Oh my
Salem.
god, the
Um,
best times.
like literally just such great times on that specific trip. But then, what happened come the end of August? Then
I love
you flew
bye.
back, yeah, and we had it's like interesting the pattern of numbers, right? 'Cause it's like we had maybe 2 to 3 weeks together, 4 months apart. We had a month
Month.
together, and then we had 4 more months apart.
Yeah,
Um,
and like,
and honestly, in that entire time, I felt so incredibly connected. Like I never
mhm,
felt disconnected or distance in any kind
mhm,
of way, which is incredible. Like I've felt that in people that I would like live with, let
yeah.
alone being so separated by the distance.
Yeah, we barely have arguments, and like, of course it is healthy in relationships
Yeah.
to have them, as long as, like, like, you don't want to be in like
There's
people
respect.
pleaser
Mhm.
mode or anything. So like, if there's something you want to say, you should be able to say it, of course, in a respectful way.
Yeah.
But I feel like we fit so perfectly with whatever we do agree on, it's fine. And then whatever we have um different perspective on, then it's like, oh, okay, cool, like I could understand that perspective.
Yeah.
That's cool. And I think it's funny, a day I made another new friend who is not in my life anymore. And we went to have smoothies, and then like triggered you because of something that you experienced in the past with like another partner who said they were doing the same thing, and like it was actually like a date for them, but for me it was just like, it was just
Yeah.
like, like I just met this person, they seem cool or
Mhm.
whatever, and it's like, like friend capacity for me.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. And it's like, when I realized like the full scope of what was going on, it was like us being able to communicate, like, like, that's not what I'm about.
Mhm.
I love you very much, and I make sure that you felt connected to me. Like, I didn't want you to like go to sleep that night without us like having a conversation on it.
Yeah.
And yeah, like we did. And I felt better because you felt better about it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's just been open communication, which I guess you do have to try a bit harder when you're not physically
It's a
around
lot
someone.
of
So
trust.
it's a lot of trust, it's a lot of tests. And I feel like even the fact that what's beautiful about it is like even the fact that we have a lot of the same type of traumas, it never felt like a trauma bonding, right? It's more like, oh, I've experienced this, you've experienced this,
And that
we've
comes
learned
with
through that.
healing
Yeah, and it's because
and
we
self-awareness.
actively
Yeah,
we actively
self-awareness
chose
first.
yeah, we
Healing.
actively chose to do the healing instead of live in that hurt, because I know for myself with past relationships, I've spewed what came from the relationship prior onto that one, and I've like blamed and done that, and I can own that part of it. So it's like actually learning, like, okay, we do and we will get triggered to things, like that's what happens in trauma, but this is also what happens when you are in the right relationship, you're in the safe relationship where, like, I can say what I'm thinking, feeling, and I know that I'm going to be held in that way, and you know that you would be as well, and there's not a judgment, it's not a competition, that a lot of times it can feel like.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
making space for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and understanding each other's like capacities as well.
But I also, like, we skipped through like a big one, which was like so sweet when you just like told me that I was your best friend, and that was like before we even went on the date. Or was it before the
I
date?
think so.
Yeah. And it's just like it was so beautiful because I just felt that. And I was like, oh my God, like you are my best friend. Like we just became
Yeah.
best
Yeah, we
friends.
just like the perfect weirdos for each other.
Yeah. I was like, I know I'm the weirdest, so it's gonna be like interesting to find someone matches my weird.
Yeah.
And you did that. You passed the weird test.
Woohoo, I did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess this is where it really come goes from the falling in love stage to the landing in love stage.
Mhm.
When you do have those like trials, in our case like long distance relationships, and then those like moments that are imminent where you will have one person triggered and is about making space for that person and understanding where they're coming from and not being a jackass about it. Like, I hear so many stories, especially here in the Caribbean, where like men in particular, they're just like they just become jackasses, and I
Mm.
don't like that. Like, we need to move with more empathy,
Yeah.
and if we don't get empathy, like that's where a lot of more self-respect comes in. And it's not just self-respect too, it's like um a lot of self-esteem. I think where we are and where we were in landing in love, we had a lot of self-esteem, because you in particular too, you didn't want to be with someone who was not like openly gay.
Mhm.
And with that,
Or in Aries. What was I thinking there?
yeah. And it made me grow, and like I am so grateful for that, because I came out to my family, and my relationship with all of them is so much more authentic and meaningful now than it has ever been in the past. Like, um I am the youngest of three kids. My my eldest sibling is like 13 years older than me. The middle one is 11 and a half years older than me. So there is a lot of, well, there was a lot of just like distance because of that gap in time. And it feels like me being my authentic self allows me to have deeper conversations with them now. And like I also really appreciate how everything comes together to be more meaningful, because now that we are closing the studio, and like my brother is coming over to like help us like get everything out of there, it's like I feel so loved and supported. And it's like I think a lot of people in the Caribbean too um are afraid to come out to their parents. And my advice to that is to, well, maybe not my advice, I could just tell you my story. I got to a place where I was financially stable, and then I found an opportunity that moved me here to Tobago. And I feel like that distance helps put perspective in your family's mind, to for them to realize how much they would actually miss you and how much they actually do care about you.
Mhm.
So then it's like actually having the courage to like come out and be true to who you are, and give them that opportunity to well, I shouldn't say accept you, but give them that opportunity to know the real you. And maybe it might take some time. I mean, it wasn't like a movie in the last 5 minutes when I told them that I was gay. But like things have gotten significantly better since then. So yeah, it's like finding your groove and making sure you feel appreciated, and taking the leap to just like say it and own it. And I I hope if you do, you have that support. And I hope you also have like, other people who are there in your life who support you too.
Yeah. And then on this train of where we were in our relationship, there was that distance. And then there wasn't more distance. And I got to come over. And then what was really cool is we got to go back in the spring where you kind of froze your butt off a little bit.
Froze my ass off.
But yeah, it was like a really nice 6 weeks of just doing a lot more things, creating more memories,
Meeting more of your family,
meeting more of my
staying
family,
with your
staying with
family.
family. Yeah,
Yeah.
because the first time, which I'm so grateful for everything the way it worked out, you got to actually be with me in my house, which was like very, very comfortable. I was very proud of, very excited for. And then when I made that decision to let that go and for us to, keep moving with our life and our love story and everything, um, yeah, that was the option, was to stay with my family, and so you got really immersed in that.
Yeah.
Um,
And I loved it.
yeah, they loved you too, so it
Mm.
was really nice.
Yeah, I felt so much more connected to like your mom and like your aunts and even your uncle and
Yeah,
like of
Caitlin and
course
everybody. Yeah,
Caitlin,
yeah,
Cassie.
Cassie. Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody. Yeah, and then yeah, from there, let's see, we've taken, well, then we just casually started our business, and then that
Yeah.
became our love also, and baby, and just what the whole thing when we first met that we wanted to do was actually coming into fruition. We were combining both of our loves, both of our passions, our
Yeah.
shared need to leave this world better than we found it. And that's what we've been doing. That's what we're going to continue to do even long after the studio. So I'm excited to be in this space. And then where we are now in our relationship,
Yeah, stronger than
betrothed.
ever. Betrothed.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
And I
yeah.
just love you so much. I
What
love you
is that?
more every single day. I love you so stinking much.
I love you so stinking much. I mean, look at this. Look at us.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's how you land in love,
Yeah.
ladies, gents, and genders in between.
Absolutely. Yeah. For people that were wanting to know the love story, this is it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm all recovering from a
It's
cold.
okay. I know we were a week apart. Last episode, I was like struggle busing with the Rudolph, and you'll be done with this. It's
Mm-hmm.
already like knocked out. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so
But
thanks for caring about
yeah, thanks
love
for wanting to know about our story, and just wishing so much love in every capacity in
for
all of
all of
your
you because
lives.
we
Yeah.
all deserve love that we feel safe and
Yes.
we feel protected. You feel like a
Supported.
unit with the
Yeah.
other person. Like we went to a meeting last week and like this man was trying to turn Ange against me.
Mm-mm. Mansplaining away, trying to, use me as if I'm gonna not see through that and insult you in the process. I was like, no, 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 my friend.
Yeah.
What she's actually trying to say is this, and she's making sense. So yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
are a team. I got your back.
Yeah, and I got your back. Yeah, and
Yay.
I can't wait to see what this next chapter brings for us. And
Yeah.
thank you all for being along, a part of the ride.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thank you. We'll see you in the next
See you in the
one.
next one. All right. Bye.
Bye.